This segment of the news is brought to you by Finance of America. For all your mortgage needs, call Amy Childress or Shannon Keller at 702-372-6607.
In this week's court report, an area woman arrested following a fatal crash, reportedly as a result of DUI, made her first appearance in court today. Ashley Wynn's probable cause hearing was held, during which the defendant faced responsibility for her alleged involvement in an accident Saturday at Honeysuckle Street and South Dandelion Street that killed a young bride-to-be. According to court dockets, charges are still pending regarding this case, so the court instructed the district attorney's office to have their complaint filed by this Friday, September 30th, or the defendant would be released from custody as NCF. However, today the defendant was remanded back to the custody of NCSO and remains behind bars on $50,000 cash or bond. Wynn's next court date, a formal arraignment, is scheduled on this Monday, October 3rd. The Pahrump woman who pleaded guilty to perjury and prohibited acts of voter violations as part of a plea deal after being arrested for various charges connected to fraudulently filling out voter registration forms by not asking the applicants their party affiliation, then registering individuals as only Republican or nonpartisan, appeared in court again Friday. Tina Marie Parks was taken into custody after the Secretary of State's office filed a criminal complaint against her for multiple counts of election violations. One of the issues addressed Friday was that Parks tested positive for oxycodone and benzodiazepine. Her attorney presented the court Parks's prescription bottles for oxycodone and alprazolam, a different drug. So the court instructed the defendant to bring in a printout from CVS Pharmacy to verify whether or not the medication is prescribed to her. Parks's attorney requested a 6-month continuance, but it was denied by the court. Also at issue is a discrepancy on page 1 of the written plea agreement. Now, before this case was bound over to district court, a justice court judge noted that if Parks backs out of the plea deal, she'll face all of the original charges against her. Parks remains at liberty with her next court date set for October 21st. The man and woman facing several charges, including burglary and an offense involving a stolen vehicle and property, were both appointed public defenders. Rick Henriksen and Marissa Weatherholt are accused in the theft of multiple items from a home on West Hardy. Weatherholt reportedly admitted to taking the items. Henriksen allegedly fled the scene in a vehicle stolen out of Pahrump. Both were remanded back into custody with their pretrial hearing scheduled on tomorrow, September 28th. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
And an Act of Kindness Award has been presented to veteran Bruce Cox.
Well, it just means the world to me. Butch was a patient of mine at the VA clinic, so I've known him for years. And to have this, you know, in honor of him is just unbelievable. It was just a true honor.
You were presented at the Moving Wall. What was that like?
It was great. It was a total surprise. There's a couple people that I want to talk to afterwards. So, but yeah, it was just a total surprise. And again, it's such an honor to receive this award.
And especially at this wonderful event that we had down there. This is all for all the things that you do. Tell everybody what you do every day.
Yeah, so I work at the VA clinic here in town. I do what they call telehealth. So that involves two different things. It's called store and forward technology and also clinical video technology. So the store and forward, I do retinal imaging for diabetics to maybe rule out any diabetic eye disease that they may have. The other part of the store and forward is I do imaging for dermatology patients. So, and all that is to keep the patient from traveling to Vegas or even LA or San Diego. And we can do some of those appointments right there here at the clinic. Thank you for the award. Thanks to Butch. Without this, we wouldn't have, these awards, without his presence and just everything that he's done for the community.
The moving wall has come and gone. We spoke to veteran Greg Cardarelli, who was the MC of the Disabled American Veterans Service held at Simpkins Park.
We join as essence, and we are consumed by the images behind the names. Images of young men, their lives cut short, their personal sacrifices often unrecorded, their selfless service, unflinching courage, and unique love and caring that is shared by comrades in arms.
A lot of the Vietnam veterans showed up, and a lot of the dignitaries is from VFW Post and the American Legion, county commissioners.
Yes, the county commissioners put a wreath up there on behalf of Nye County. Tom Waters spoke.
Tom Waters spoke and presented 2 awards, one to Bruce Cox and one to Kathy Gerard, that we found out that Deanna was the only one that knew about it.
Butch Andre Harper, Act of Kindness Award.
Yes.
Just going around as a veteran. We thought it was appropriate to give some veterans a couple of things here.
We did a good job, I believe, in welcoming them home and honored these guys on the wall and ladies.
How's it been going here? I know that you were freezing out here doing the duty one night.
It was cold Friday morning from 2 to 5, and I went home frozen solid.
So you guys have been keeping watch all the time out here to make sure that wall is safe. How's it been for you?
It's been tough.
I know you saw one of your friends just a second ago.
Actually, my buddy I was in Vietnam with, who died in 2000 in Wisconsin. This is his brother, who was an ex-Blue Angel.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad he showed up. He's from Vegas and promised me he'd be here. So
Thanks for emceeing the event. It was really moving, and what a wonderful day, what a wonderful event, and what a great thing to bring for these veterans here to Pahrump, so that we can see the magnificence of this wall and the vast heroes that just gave their life.
thank you, Deanna O'Donnell.
Stay tuned to News 46. After this break, we'll take a look back at even more highlights from this past weekend's Pahrump Fall Festival.